What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. There's an article that is on thedailybeast.com written by a writer by the name of Kendall Cunningham. She wrote this piece called The Cruel Slut Shaming of Jada Pinkett Smith. And I got this article actually from Facebook. And basically she is saying in this article that there's a double standard going on, that Jada Pinkett is being painted as a symbol of toxic femininity by mostly male online trolls. And then the article talks about how it's a gross distortion and so many words that people are taking things that she says out of context, and she hasn't rebounded from the August Alsina situation. Has not rebounded. So because of that, and because of her transparency, and on top of, or added to that, people taking her out of context, she's now been looked at as a symbol of toxic femininity. I want to address this article, okay? Because one of the things that, and I think that Jada Pinkett has been transparent and talking about how they overcame problems in the relationship and stuff like that. But if you don't want to be taken out of context, why do you feel that you need to come out and talk about these things in public? This is my thing. You come out and you talk about how you had an affair with one of your family friends in public. You talk about how you're disappointed in certain things in the sex life or what he's not doing for you in public. You do this, but at the same time, Will Smith never does. He never brings up any of these things, okay? And the reality is that when it comes to toxic masculinity, we all know what that means. Men who are having any opinion on women are men who are, slut shaming. That's toxic by certain feminist people. The reality is that, in my opinion, you do have men that are coming out talking about this, but what's not being discussed is how many women do not like Jada Pinkett. See, that's, if you want to say mostly male online trolls, because you don't really know who's in those comment sections, but if you go and look at most videos, especially the T shows, like on the black women side of, YouTube to do celebrity, how many women are calling out Jada Pinkett for this? There are tons. All right. And I think that what you're seeing is with some of this feminism stuff, Lizzo, for an example, and Megan Thee Stallion. I've talked about this before. A lot of women are getting tired of this. If men were to stay completely silent on the issue, women would have a problem with this. And the reason why they would have a problem with this is because masterfully, or how Will Smith has handled this in a masterful situation. Even when his wife disrespected him in public, he played it off with grace. The things that she does now, he doesn't get mad at her. He allows her to look stupid and like a villain like herself. All right. It's kind of like the old civil rights situations where, you have those blacks trying to march to Selma and then the police are there and the blacks don't fight back and those, in civil rights. And then they started beating up all the blacks and all the whites got to see it and they got to see it, how graphic it was. And it looked one-sided. So, of course, when that happens, you're going to take the side of the people who are not fighting back. And this is exactly what's happening. Will Smith is not fighting back. So the slut shaming or lack thereof, if you would say, stop the show. It's not lack there. It's a lot of it. It is going on. It's coming from people who feel that as a wife, It is not your job to embarrass the man who has provided you the lifestyle that you can afford now. He has afforded you everything that you have. Okay? And if it was a man that was doing this, it would be toxic masculinity. But see, the thing about it is that you don't want to be held accountable. You want equality, but you don't want to be held to the same level of accountability that men have. That men have to be held to. You want Jada Pinkett to be able to get away with doing almost anything. She should be able to embarrass her husband. She should be able to continue to talk about him, even though he's not saying anything. And that nobody should have a problem with it. Okay? The person that is distorted here is not the fans. It's not people online who have an opinion. The person who is distorted is her. Okay? It is her mind that is deformed. What woman, if we're talking about being natural or being just average, what average thinking woman, I don't care if you're a celebrity or not. Let's even look at celebrities. What celebrity do you know that has a talk show that would bring their husband onto the show and say, I had an affair with this guy after lying about it? Is that not distortion? Is that not mentally stupid? What woman will say, you know, in the bedroom, we're having these sorts of issues? Like, who does that? Like, again, we're defending the people who are buffoons. And that's what it takes in America today. Literally, like, you can't be saying and have, you know, like have an opinion about things that make sense. All the stupidity must be defended. And then you want men to marry these sorts of people. You know? You want men to have relationships with these people. For the love of God. Like, what sense does that make? Okay, so you're going to disrespect me. Got it. And I'm not going to say anything about it because, you know, I'm glad to have you disrespect me. No. All right. Online guys are not going to be called trolls just because they feel that she's taking it too far. Deal with why they're upset. You know, don't get into talking about, you know, they're mentally, they're distorted or the situation is distorted. No, do what you're talking about. Why are they upset? Why are people responding in kind to the situation? Because she has done something wrong. So much so that she got, you know, people bashed her so much, she tried to come out and re-clarify some things. So if she didn't care, why did she come out and re-clarify it? Because she's trying to save face. All right? Okay? Listen to this. Dating music. This is what Jada Pinkett said. Word for word. It's hard. The thing Will and I talk about a lot is a journey. We started this at a very young age, 22 years ago. That's why the accountability part hit for me, because you expect your partner to know what you need, especially when it comes to sex. Stop the show. She's not talking about what he needs. She's talking about what she needs. Dating music. It's like, well, if you love me, you should know. If you love me, you should read my mind. That's a huge pitfall. So basically, you don't know what I like in the bedroom, and it sucks for you. He's not saying it on this page. That's her. So what woman that loves her husband is going to come out and tell somebody that kind of stuff in the public? If you want to talk about that, on your personal time, all right, fine. You want to talk about that with your friends, or, as you guys continue to weave and sandal. Okay, cool. You wanted to do that? No problem. But, on the phone with your husband, no. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. But hell, what do I know? Right? What do I know? But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. subscribe with the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains all time high. I'm out.